If you would please mute your microphone until your case is called, I would appreciate it. Do we have more people outside? Well, we can let some of them in. Unless they're represented by the public defender, then they should.
Everybody says they don't have.
And Your Honor, I did attempt to reach out to all my clients and leave messages to inform them not to come to court, but we know how sometimes that works out.
Yes, Todd has indicated that the people that are out in the hall have indicated that they do not have attorneys. I'd like to probably try. Let's bring in a batch and let's get the folks that are pro se on their way this morning. Sir, what's your name? Mr. Bachman? Okay, let me find you, sir. Your last name starts with B? Oh, there you are. David Bachman, 20 CT 1034. And it looks like I had indicated at our last court date, sir, that this would be your final continuance. And had you indicated that you were trying to still get your license, sir?
I am.
You want to come on up so we can hear you a little more because we're trying to record it.
We finally have a international.
May 8th through the 16th would be a date to do what, sir? I'm sorry.
Take care of everything.
What are they requiring you to do? Just so I know, because I had indicated last time that this would be the final continuance, so I'm just need to kind of be up to speed on why you need me to continue it more.
Well, I have to go to 7-day class. Have a good person.
Okay. Okay. So you're able to get the class done at the end of May. If I gave you June the 4th, would you come back with a license? What's that, sir? Okay. Mr. Rabb, I had indicated a final continuance on the last court date, but based on this defendant's representations, that it sounds like he's got everything in line to be finished by my June date. I am inclined to give him one additional continuance because it sounds like he's in the final home stretch.
Your Honor, may I make a request?
Yes, sir.
Maybe we set that for June 6th for 1:30.
If we, let me see.
It's effectively a final continuance, since it's.
If we set it on June 6th at 1:30, that's a Sunday.
I'm sorry, June 4th.
I'm just messing with you. It is the 4th. Gotta have a little bit of humor on it Monday morning, especially when the lights aren't working. So what we'll do, sir, is we're gonna set this on June 4th at 1:30. And if you can't come back with a license, that'll actually be your trial. So if you can get that information and get it done and send it, and this is our state attorney, Mr. Rabb. He's really the one who needs to have that information. If you could get it over to the state attorney's office and put your case number and everything, that should make things a lot easier for us on the board so that we know where we're going to go with your case. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, that's okay.
June 4th as a Friday, are we having Nonjuries on Friday?
Yeah.
Did I misspeak?
No, we are. I don't know why I set up my calendar that way. All I know is that my taking this last week off, I think, really messed up my schedule a little bit going forward. It should resolve itself as we get more into the summer months, but
Just wanted to confirm.
that's probably why I had to slot things a little differently than usual. So yeah, Friday afternoon will be our trials if we have any that day. But it sounds like with you, sir, that you've got everything kind of in motion. So I think we probably won't have a trial for you, which is good. All right, so we'll see you back here June 4th at 1:30. Good luck with getting everything done and your son's graduation and everything. All right, thank you. All right. Yes.
I was just asked if I had.
What you can do, sir, is you can get in touch with my judicial assistant, Jennifer, which if you, yeah, and send it to her and she can always copy it to Mr. Rabb. Okay, does that work? Okay. All right, who do we want to call next? We've got a whole courtroom full of people. Come on up. What's your name, ma'am? How do you spell your last name? Okay, Miss McCumber. There she is. This is Bobby McCumber, and it's case number 21CT13. And I can get this to pull up. And you're charged with driving with your license suspended, canceled, or revoked. Have you been able to get your license reinstated?
Yes, I have it. It was due to no insurance.
Oh, okay. Could you show it to Mr. Rabb, please?
My insurance? Or?
Your license.
Okay.
Looks like we don't have a good address for you either, for whatever
I
reason.
have to change that because I just moved.
Okay.
And wrecked my car, so.
Oh.
Driving for a while anyways.
Sounds like it's been not such a great time for you. It looks like you have an injured foot too as well.
Someone pulled out in front of me. But my address is 2365 Pinewood Circle.
2365 Pinewood Circle, and that zip code is what, 341005? Yeah. Okay. Can we change your address on the file, Paula?
That was 2365 Pinewood Circle.
Yes, 2365 Pinewood Circle, 34105.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, let's see what we can do for you this morning.
And Your Honor, I am showing a valid license. The state is inclined to amend the charge to a no valid rather than a driving license suspended, revoked, or canceled. Therefore, it will not be an enhanced offense. The offer will be an adjudication of loss.
Let me just take a look at. Mr. Rabb, what's the reason for the adjudication?
Your Honor, the priors as well as other facts surrounding the case.
Okay. So, Ms. McCumber, the state is not willing to completely dismiss the charges against you, but is willing to amend the charge from the driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked, which could be enhanced upwards to a felony, to a second-degree misdemeanor of driving while licenses with having no valid driver's license. It would, however, result in an adjudication of guilt, and you would be required to pay the court costs and the cost of prosecution, which is about $350, I'm thinking, close, somewhere there.
How long would I have to pay that?
I could give you up to 90 days to pay it. The only thing is, if you wanted to do it today, I'd have to get everybody else cleared out before I could take a plea, and I have to get my clerk here.
No, that's fine, that's fine.
Do you want to do it today?
I mean, do it today.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to take a plea, or do you want?
No, I'll take that.
Okay, so what I need to do is I need to have you wait until I get everybody else out,
Okay.
if you wouldn't mind waiting, or I could give you a different date to come back and
That's
plea.
fine, I'll do the different date.
Okay. So let me see where I can put you. You know what? Let me open up another plea day.
Judge,
Yes?
I see you currently have one for tomorrow at 1:30.
Yep, hold on, Jen. I know, but I have 24 people on that plea docket.
Actually, 28.
Yeah, no, I'm not setting another one for tomorrow.
Okay.
Can I do a plea date on April the 12th after my criminal motions? Okay. I know a lot of those are pleas in absentia tomorrow, Paula, but I think I have them staggered 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, and I just feel like I shouldn't schedule any more pleas for tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
A lot, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to open up the April 12th date for 1:30 for pleas.
At what time, Judge?
Okay, fine. Jen can add it. April 12th at 1:30 is going to be a plea date for people who want to come back. And I think that's probably a good idea because this docket's going to take me some time this morning. You might be waiting for a long time.
That's fine.
So April 12th at 1:30 for a plea.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. You too. Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Michael Pepsino.
Is it with a C? All right. Yes, I've got you, sir. 21 CT 149. All right, Mr. Cavasino, you're also here charged with driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. Were you able to get your license reinstated, sir? All right. Could you show a copy of it to the state attorney, Mr. Rabb, please? Thank you.
Reported to be full inspection. 40 journalists have been detained in Myanmar and the social for the free outside. Nighttime coach.
Anybody who's newly coming in over the Zoom call this morning, please mute your microphone until your case is called. This is Judge Nicola. I have a courtroom full of people that need to have their cases addressed first before I can get to the people over Zoom. Because of social distancing, I'm not able to fill up this courtroom. So if you please be patient with me, I will get to you as soon as I can, I promise. But I do need you to mute your microphone. If you're unable to mute your microphone, I will have to put you in the waiting room.
Hello?
Anybody who's appearing over Zoom needs to mute their microphone until your case is called, please. If you cannot mute your microphone, you will be put back in the waiting room, sir. Thank you. Mr. Salzer, you need to mute your microphone, please. Last chance. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, I am holding documentation that says that the privileges have invalid. The defendant stated he does have his license in his father's car.
Okay.
Unfortunately, David is still showing that it's just a valid ID.
Oh, okay.
If I could see the actual identification, the defendant can go retrieve it on that. I think it'll be-
You have it here with you, sir? Okay. Yes, if you could go get it and bring it back, that'll help us address your case, okay? Because we have a bunch of others we can get first, but that will help. Thank you. Just come back and we'll recall you, all right? Thank you. Hi, good morning. What's your name, please? Okay, Rodriguez, in 1 second. Okay. Oh, you're Matthew Rodriguez? 20 CT 1681. All right, I mean 1881, excuse me. And this is no valid driver's license. Have you been able to get your license reinstated?
There's a hole apparently on my license that I have no clue, and it's old. So this is what they're doing at the DMV. I have funds to pay it. It's just when I call this number, it directs me to a line that I'm talking about hours on the phone. And I only have 30 minutes to 15-minute breaks on work.
Okay. Well,
the DMV closes at 5.
I'm looking at your case, and as of today, the public defender has been appointed to represent you. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to go up to the 5th floor and provide your information to the public defender's office so that you can give that information to the public defender and speak with an attorney, set up an appointment. I'm gonna, as a result of the fact that you just got the public defender appointed, and it sounds like you have some issues that need to be addressed before you can get this resolved, I'm gonna move you to April 26th at 9 a.m. That's my next non-jury trial docket. You will not appear at that hearing. The attorney will appear on your behalf, and hopefully she can help you figure out what's going on with your license, okay? Yes. Uh-huh. I don't know how you can get verification other than a piece of paper that says you were ordered to appear. I mean, it's like, I can't give you like a doctor's note. That's what the notices to appear in court are generated by the clerk of courts. And I mean, if you know, maybe what you could do is you could have your employer contact my judicial assistant who could confirm that you were in fact here. If you go on the Collier County Clerk of Court's website, it will show if you did not appear in court. It will say defendant not present. Yes. Yep, you can absolutely print it out. You can also get a copy of your notice to appear from the clerk of courts. They can give you a copy of that. But there's not any kind of thing that the court stamps or that, you know, we have a note that I can hand you. But this is an official record of your case, so that if your employer questions it, say, I just was in front of the judge and the judge told me that if I was not here, it would say that I did not appear. The other thing is that everything that I do for the most part is broadcast over YouTube. So if your employer thought that you might not be truthful with him or her and that you weren't appearing by, like you said you did, in order to simply skip a day of work, which I don't think you would do, all they have to do is log on to my YouTube channel and they can watch this live from the comfort of their office or home. So they might be the only person watching it, but they could watch it if they want to. All right? Yes. The 5th floor, Office of the Public Defender, give them your name, your address, your telephone number, and I think you can even, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Armpriester, but I think you could even set an appointment to talk with the attorney, and you can drop off your paperwork so they see what's going on with
Judge, at this time until we're appointed, I'm going to ask that the client hang on to all her paperwork, but she can
you. You are appointed.
okay, she can come and get my business card and we'll discuss it further in a more private setting. But absolutely come up to Suite 510, get my business card, and we'll talk further at another time.
All right. All right, thank you. Okay. Hi, good morning. What's your name? What should I spell your last name, sir? Oh, thank you, sir. And this is 21 CT 84. All right, let's see what we got here.
The name, Judge?
The last name is Halpern, Halpern, case number 21 CT 84.
Thank you.
And this is leaving the scene of a crash involving property damage. And where are we with this case, Mr. Rad?
Runner, we have made contact with the victim in this case. There is an offer that the state has that is going to be made today.
Yes, what would be the offer to resolve the case for this gentleman?
It's an adjudication of guilt, a $250 fine, 6-month probation that may really terminate at 4 months, a 12-hour driving improvement class, in order to reserve restitution for costs and cost of restitution.
Okay, so sir, do you understand the state's offer to resolve your case this morning?
Yes.
Is that something you'd like to do, or would you like more time to either consider it or speak with an attorney? Okay, I could give you my next pre-trial, which is April the 26th at 9 a.m. and that way you can think about it. I probably, because of the size of these dockets, I probably won't be taking pleas at that time, but if you decide that you want to take the plea beforehand, I can give you that earlier date that I was talking about on April the 12th at 1:30 to come back. Also, if you would like to speak with an attorney, obviously that'll give you time to do that and to apply for the services of the public defender if you can't afford one, because if you can't afford an attorney would be appointed to represent you. Okay? All right. So we'll see you April 26th at 9. Thank you, sir. Hi, good morning. What's your name? Mr. Montez. Okay, let me find you, sir. All right, and Mr. Montez is case number 21 CT 186. And
Your Honor, this case was nomination, it looks like last week.
so it sounds to me, sir, like the state is indicating to the court that the charges against you have been dismissed, so you're free to go. Thank you.
When did he file that, Judge? Because it's still showing up on my docket.
It looks like it's the 15th.
He said it was filed the 15th.
And this is Montez Ruel?
This is Ruel Montez, 21 CT 186. It says the state filed a no information on count 1. What about count 2?
Count 2 is what's showing up on my docket.
Count 2,
And
no
it's-
valid driver's license is still showing up.
It says he needs to be arraigned on that count, Judge.
Judge, he's my client.
Oh, and are you, the state is saying that you never filed on it. Is that right, Mr. Rabb, on the no valid driver's license?
Your Honor, I don't have a no valid driver's license charge that would be due on 21 CT 96. All I showed for intake was the touch shadows.
Touch type not assigned. Let me look.
I'm verifying, Judge. Give me 1 second, please.
Sure.
And Judge, if we could encourage Mr. Montanez to come upstairs afterwards, I've reached out to him many times and never get a response back.
Okay, well, they might be dropping the charges against him. So if we drop the charges against him, he wouldn't actually need to come up, would he?
Well, he had 2 cases.
Judge, it looks like a citation was added, which is where the count 2 is stemming from.
Citation was added.
Yes, I don't know how you're looking at it, but if you look at March 4th,
Let me just look. Hold on, sir. That's attached type not assigned, March 4th.
citation number A,
I see it.
yeah.
For what it's worth, Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
the day that I null crossed the no registration,
Uh-huh.
that I know information in the no registration,
Yeah.
there was a citation uploaded to our system for a no valid license.
Okay.
However, that charge never appeared anywhere in our system to file on.
So what are we doing with this case?
Is the clerk in fact showing that no valid added an additional charge on the case.
I'm trying to send it to a supervisor, see if they can look into it.
Yeah, she's telling me, and I am actually have verified this. January 16th of 2021, there's a citation, and it does say 21 CT 186 that was uploaded, no valid driver's license. Why it ended up in this case when this case was already pending since, well, actually it's the same day.
That's why I'm having someone look into it, Judge. If we can recall
Okay.
this case,
We're gonna
maybe.
recall your case. Just have a seat 1 minute. We're gonna try to make sure we have everything taken care of with your case. We don't want to make sure this is right. All right, so we'll recall that one. Who's next?
Judge, you want to recall the gentleman?
Yes, you have your license with you, sir? You can show it to Mr. Rabb. This is Mr. Casavino
Sorry.
or Cabasino. Did I say your name wrong? I think I did.
Sorry, you got it right.
Sorry.
I've heard both.
I'm trying. Sometimes I struggle with the names. Sometimes I get them right on the first shot. I do try.
Sorry, I get cappuccino too.
I get Nicola. I get Nicholas. I get all kinds of stuff.
Your Honor, the state does have a valid driver's license in the state of Nicola, is 21 CT
21 CT 149, which is State versus Michael Cavasino, is dismissed. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for getting it taken care of. You too. All right, who do we want to call next?
We're working on getting a Spanish.
I was about to ask if we had people that needed the interpreter. What's your name?
Elizabeth Rodriguez.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez. Good morning. 21 CT 131. All right, Ms. Rodriguez, let's see what we can find for you here. No valid driver's license. How are you doing with your driver's license?
I stood up.
Are you going to be able to get one, do you think?
I'm trying. I just never
Judge, what was this case number?
The case number is 21 CT 131.
Okay. I had two Rodriguez's. I wasn't sure if this one was mine.
So what do you need to do to get your license? I'm just trying to figure out where I need to slot you if it looks like you might be able to get one.
I just need another thing.
All right. Mr. Rabb, any objection to continuing her to the April the 26th date?
No objection at this time, Your Honor. The state's offers in the court clause.
All right. So April the 26th at 9 will be your next court date. In the event you're not able to get a driver's license, the offer from the state attorney is the withhold of adjudication of guilt, and you'd also have to pay the court cost. So if for whatever reason you aren't able to get it, that's the offer. We would not be able to do it that day. We'd have to give you a different date if you wanted to accept a plea versus getting your license, but that's where we're at right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. April 26th at 9, we'll see you then. I'm sorry, at 10.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was that?
April 26th at 10 for her. 10.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, who's next? Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing?
Good. Who are you here for today?
Actually, I don't.
What was the last name?
Salinas.
Salinas.
I'm really bad at that.
That's okay. I got it. It's 20 CT 871.
I was appointed to this case by Your Honor.
Okay.
Since then, I have not had contact with my client because there's no phone number on the NCC application. However, I recently received discovery case, but I have not yet received the call.
Okay.
And well, looks like there are 3 charges pending.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Driver, DWLSR second, attached tag not assigned, failure to register vehicle. So counts 2 and 3, I would think would be easy enough to resolve. Count 1, I don't know.
And Your Honor, it's adjudication costs for officers.
So that's the offer, ma'am. If you get in touch with your client, you would like to accept the state's offer of being adjudication of guilt and costs for all 3 counts. The offer might be a little bit better if he could get the issues cleared up. I would think, although I've been wrong before, that getting a tag and getting your vehicle registered would be a lot cheaper than paying the court costs and having an adjudication. Yeah, and I don't know what the offer would be on the driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked if he was able to get it reinstated in light of the fact that this looks like it's a second offense. But we still may be able to do something better for the gentleman if he was able to fix everything.
My request for the court would just be to implement the thing.
Okay. It does look like regional counsel withdrew, and then that's how you were appointed, right?
Yes, sure.
All right, let's put this on April 26th at 9. And, but if you're still having difficulty contacting Mr. Salinas, we're going to have to find some way to find him. And we are usually able to find him. The court, actually, it's not me, it's the sheriff's department that seems to locate them for me. And that's not a fun way to figure out that you need to be in court, right?
For sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, I think this should actually be a final continuance in light of the fact that it's going to be a year old. So. And of course, if there's something that comes up, I'm always willing to reconsider, but I just like to, I want to kind of get things moving. And with this gentleman, it seems like it hasn't been moving. So
Fairly simple case.
yeah, it should be, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. We have our interpreter. Wonderful. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm good. We got a few people I think that need your assistance this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, this gentleman here may have a public defender, so I can swear to it.
What's his name?
Nombre, señor? Pascual K. López Ramírez. Pascual López Ramírez.
Mr. Lopez Ramirez, 20 CT 2366, does have the public defender. Anybody who is represented by the public defender does not need to appear if your case is set on a 9 a.m. court date. Or 10 a.m., I'm sorry. This is a 10 a.m. My morning dockets are intended to try to get people to either resolve their case or figure out whether we want to set your case for trial. Right. So if you are represented by either a private attorney or by a public defender, you do not appear if your case is set in the morning. Okay? I don't know. I'll ask Ms. Armpriester that. Ms. Armpriester, have you had contact with Mr. Ramirez? This is Pascual Lopez Ramirez.
Checking, Your Honor. Judge, I've reached out to him numerous times with no response back. Can I get a phone number?
So, Mr. Ramirez, what we need to have you do is go up to the 5th floor and leave your information with Ms. Armpriester, who's your attorney. Okay? And I'm going to continue your case to April the 26th at 9 a.m. You will not need to appear at that hearing because your attorney, Ms. Armpriester, will appear on your own behalf. Okay, thank you. All right, who do we have next that requires an interpreter? What's your name, ma'am? Boy, oh boy, you're going to have to give me at least a first letter of the last name. What's her last name? Last name? Rosales. There we go. Okay. There she is. Maria Rosales, 21MM93. Ms. Rosales is also represented by the Office of the Public Defender. Ms. Armpriester, do you have Ms. Rosales' information?
I have her phone number. She's not called me back. My investigator has been attempting to locate her if she can come upstairs.
Okay. So,
or if she wants to resolve her case, Judge, that's fine too, because this has been, we don't have contact and then she shows up to court, but then it just gets continued and we can't have contact.
Well, it looks like this case went to an arraignment in January in front of Judge Crown, and it looks like this is actually the February 15th. She qualifies for diversion.
If she would like to accept that, Judge, that'd be great.
Yes, it's January 25th, 2021 is the date I see of deferred prosecution routing for this case.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll say that.
So Ms. Rosales, you qualify for what's known as the deferred prosecution program. And this is good information for anybody else who's in court that may qualify for this program. The deferred prosecution program is a program that is operated through county probation. For those of you who qualify, you would need to sign up for the deferred prosecution program through the county probation program, which is located on the first floor of this courthouse. If you successfully complete the deferred prosecution program, the charges against you will be dismissed. Would you like to try that program, Ms. Rosales?
Yes, that's fine.
So what I'm going to do at this point is I am going to continue your case until April the 26th at 10 a.m. If you complete the deferred prosecution program, however, you will not need to come back to court. You'll be done. So I need you to do two things this morning. Number one is I need you to go to the 5th floor and give the public defender's office your information, including your phone number and your address. And number two would be to go downstairs to the 1st floor, which is the county probation, and see what you need to do to sign up for the deferred prosecution program. Yes, ma'am. 5th floor is your public defender, your lawyer, and the 1st floor is county probation. Two places I need you to go today. Okay? 5th floor is public defender, 1st floor county probation. Thank you. Okay, you good? All right. Good morning, sir. Mr. Sanchez. Alejandro? 21 CT 55? Do we have anybody in the hall that needs an interpreter? Okay, please. All right, so let me see what we've got for you, Mr. Sanchez. And Paula, for the record, this is Alejandro Sanchez, 21 CT 55, driving with an expired driver's license. Have you gotten your license fixed, sir? The 26th of this month to get your license fixed? Oh, okay. Mr. Rabb, any objection to putting him on the 26th at 10? Sounds like he's in the progress. He's making progress. Yeah, I know. And everything's just finally starting to open again. So I'll give you until April 26th at 10 if you want to come back and get everything done. All right? Cool. All right. Thank you. We'll see you then. Okay, let's take her. No, let's take her first and then we'll bring in the rest. And these two, the other three too, do we want to just clear out everything?
These three need Spanish interpreter and we got tomorrow.
Okay, so ma'am, hi, what's your name? Rosa, what's your last name? Oh, there you are. Ms. Rojo, you're 20 CT 2568. Let's see what we've got for you.
What's the last name, Judge?
Her last name is Rojo, R-O-J-O.
Thank
20
you.
CT 2568. Driving while license is suspended, canceled, or revoked. And what's the status of your driver's license? To pay, you owe some fines or something?
Yes.
How long do you think you'll need? My next court date's April the 26th. Do you think that's enough time? Mr. Rabb, any objection to continuing her to the April 26th date?
No objection, Your Honor. Right now, the state's all
All right, so if you are not able to resolve your driver's license, the offer to resolve it would be an adjudication of guilt and costs. I think that offer would probably be better if you came with a driver's license. April 26th at 10. Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you. All right, can we see if we can get the people that are, that need an interpreter in the courtroom?
Everybody in here right now, Bill.
Okay, so let's take care of these.
Just out the hallway or English speaking.
Everybody else is? Okay. And then they come in and then they say they need the interpreter.
Well, I heard somebody speak.
Okay, well, we're gonna try. Hi, good morning. What's your name, sir? Edgar, what's your last name? Edgar, what's the first letter of your last name? C. I was looking under M. C-O-R-A. There you are. Hector Cora Ayala, 21 CT 155. Sir, you are represented by an attorney with the name Nicolas Torres Triana. Did you hire an attorney named Nicolas Torres Triana, sir? Yes, this is one of the, there he
That's
is.
the same attorney. Oh, you got him?
We found him. He's in the waiting room.
That's great.
There we go. Mr. Triana, we have an individual in front of us right now who's represented by you, Hector Javier Cora Ayala, 21 CT 155.
Yes, Your Honor. Torres on his behalf. Judge, I believe
Valid driver's license. Court will make a finding that this gentleman requires the services of the Spanish-speaking interpreter. Sir, I don't know if you were in court when I made the announcement earlier, but this is information for everybody. If you are represented by an attorney, whether it's a public defender or a private attorney, and your case is continued to one of my morning dockets, a 9 a.m. or a 10 a.m. hearing, you will not need to appear at that hearing because the attorney will appear on your behalf. Cases that are set for trial are set on a 1:30 p.m. hearing docket. Hearing dockets are the only dockets that you need to appear at if you have an attorney. Okay? Yes? All right. All right, so Mr. Triana, what are we doing for Mr. Ayala? Wait. Come back. We haven't taken care of your case yet. Do you understand everything I'm saying right now? Okay, good. So I have your attorney over Zoom. So I'm going to ask him what, at this point, we're going to do with your case, okay? All right, so Mr. Triana, what are we doing for Mr. Ayala?
Judge, the understandings from my notes are that this is set for an arraignment at this time. We have filed a written plea of not guilty and would be standing on that. Just need to follow up with Mr. Ayala to see if he's able to get a valid license and then reach out to the state about it.
This has he's already been arraigned, right? Notice of arraignment, set on arraignment docket, pled not guilty, 210.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like he was already arraigned. So the question is, Mr. Ayala, that your attorney has proposed is, do you think you will be able to get your license, sir? You already have it. Do you have it with you? You do. Can we see it? Just show it to Mr. Rab, please.
Your Honor, I am showing a valid license for Mr. Ayala. Therefore, the court does announce, or I'm sorry, the state does announce an all cross in case 21.
CT 155?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ayala, thank you for getting your driver's license fixed. As a result of you getting it taken care of, the charges against you are dismissed. So you don't have to come back, you're done. Okay, thank you. You too. All right, let's
Judge,
yes,
I'm sorry
ma'am.
to interrupt you. While we have him on the phone, do you want to go ahead and take care of those other two that we continued from the 9 o'clock?
I was going to, except for I have a full courtroom and I need to get the Spanish-speaking individuals taken care of first so I can get our interpreter on his way.
Okay.
And I think we only have a couple left. Sir, what's your name, sir? Okay. I don't have a Garcia, so is there two last names? Garcia Mengia? Mengia. Boy, I'm not seeing anything.
Me neither, Judge. It's the last name of M.
Does he have paperwork? See what, because I'm just not finding him. How do you spell his last name? Oh, Geronimo. Boy, that didn't sound like Geronimo to me at all. Eden Geronimo, 21 CT 176. All right, Mr. Geronimo, you're charged with no valid driver's license. I also see that we don't have a good address for you. The address that we have on file is 5811 14th Street West, Bradenton, Florida, and your mail is coming back. Do you have a new address, sir? What's your address? Sure. We need it because we can't get a hold of you without your address, sir. Nine 911 33 33rd Avenue East. Bradenton, Florida. 30, wait, that didn't sound right. Is it 34208? Okay. Did you get that, Paula?
That's 911 33rd Avenue East, Bradenton, Florida,
34208.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, sir, you are charged with no valid driver's license. Are you able to get a license, sir?
No, I'm not able to, and I won't be able to because the law that stated before that with immigration documents, you were able to, it's no longer available.
Mr. Rabb, what's the effort to resolve this case for Mr. Geronimo?
Your Honor, the defendant has been offered diversion. Or a withhold of adjudication. Or cost.
So, sir, your case does qualify for diversion, which is a program that's... Yes, you do. All right, so what the court's going to do is I'm going to set your case for the April the 26th at 10 a.m. docket. You need to go down to probation on the first floor, sign up for the deferred prosecution program. If you successfully complete that program, your charges will be dismissed and you will not need to come back to court. That makes sense? Yes, sir. First floor, county probation. Okay. All right. Thank you. Come on up, sir. Hi, what's your name? What's your last name? Oh, yes, Mr. Montez. Yes, I did.
Judge, I did get an answer.
You got an answer for?
Yes, apparently the officer was just very, very late in turning in that citation. So he does, in fact, has a count two that he needs to be arraigned on.
21 CT 186.
And Your Honor, I just want to confirm that that is on that specific, with the clerk, that that's on that specific case. It does appear that there's a second case, 20 CT 1821.
It's not going to be a second case because it occurred on the same time frame. So the officer issued him 2 citations, but the officer only sent 1 citation to the office. So when the second one came in, we would not have created a new case. It would just be attached to the same case because it occurred at the same time.
Yes, Your Honor, so the defendant has one case, 21 CT 186.
Correct.
There's also a previous case, 20 CT 1821.
Right.
21, let me check. And you said that was 21 CT?
21 CT.
So the
20 CT 1821 is a driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked second offense. 20 CT 1821 is one where they added a charge of no valid driver's license. Sounds to me like these cases should probably be tracking each other because there's similar charges. In both cases, he's represented by the public defender.
Agreed, Your Honor. And there was a global offer made to Ms. Humphries originally for both cases, but the 21 CT case did not include, obviously, the new charge that came in.
Right.
I think it's best if we continue this to allow Ms. Humphries and I to just discuss, as long as she's able to maintain contact with the defendant in this case.
My thought is that we have this set on the April 22nd, 2021 pretrial at 9 a.m. because 20 CT 1821 is set there. So I would like to set 21 CT 186 on that as well. That way, if there's a global resolution, Ms. Armpriester, you can discuss that with this gentleman. It just doesn't make sense to have one on a non-jury and one on the PD pro se pre-trial. So let's just move this one, 21 CT 186 to April 22nd at 9 a.m.
Is he pleading not guilty, Judge?
I'm sure Ms. Armpriester would like to enter a
Yes.
plea of not guilty on his behalf,
Plea
right?
of not guilty. Judge, if he could come up to my office or if he wants to contact me, he has my info. I can't impress upon him enough that he needs to reach out to me, not just me to him.
Okay, Mr. Montez, so you have 2 cases. Eduardo, can you help me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mr. Montez, you have 2 cases. Oh, I don't know why I thought you didn't. I'm telling you. It's been a long morning already. I'm sorry, sir. I'm glad that you do understand me. Your 2 cases, one is 20 CT 1821. That's driving a license suspended, canceled, or revoked, which is a misdemeanor, first degree misdemeanor. And then you also have the one that's in front of us today, 21 CT 186. One of the charges was dismissed, but the one of no valid driver's license was not dismissed. So what I'm doing is I'm taking both of your cases and I'm setting them at the same time on April 22nd at 9 a.m. That'll give you an opportunity to talk with Ms. Armpriester, go over any defenses that you may have to the charges, also discuss potential plea resolution with her to see whether your cases can be resolved. She's on the 5th floor. She's over Zoom with me for about the next hour, so I know that she probably won't be able to meet with you right now, but you can give her your information, take her business card, and see if you could schedule an appointment. Okay? All right, thank you, sir. All right. Okay. Who do we have next? Hi, good morning, sir. What's your name? Gallegos Vega. This is Victor Gallegos Vega. 20 CT 1811. Sir, you are represented by Ms. Armpriester, by the Office of the Public Defender. And this is a charge of no valid driver's license, Ms. Armpriester.
I'm pulling his case now, Judge.
Anybody who's represented by the Office of the Public Defender or by private attorney, next time your case is set on a morning docket, you do not appear, please.
Victor Gallegos Vega?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, last I had, he was in custody in Hendry with a U.S. Marshal hold. So if he is out, I will need him to come to the 5th floor and seek a continuance.
Okay, so sir, your attorney would like the opportunity to meet with you and speak with you about your case. So what you'll need to do is go to the 5th floor and give her your information so you can set up some time to meet with her. Address, phone number, email, whatever you have. In light of the fact that he was in custody and has not had the opportunity to meet with his attorney, the court will continue this case to April 26th at 10 a.m. Yes, yes.
Make a state request that it be a final continuance, so with full time served offer and cases from September.
Well, my only concern with making this a final continuance is that this gentleman has been in custody in Henry County. I don't know for how long. So I would say, Mr. Rabb, that if we get to the April date and we're still having some difficulties, that then I would make it a final continuance. I don't know how long he was in custody, and that might have made things very difficult. Even though I know this is an older case, I also don't know how long he was being held. So, all right, okay.
This gentleman, Justin Fernandez, he also shows they have a very unrestricted attorney. Do you want this to go to 5?
Mr. Fernandez, 20 CT 1313. And sir, you don't need an interpreter? Come on up. Yes, you may. Mr. Armpriester, what are we going to do for Mr. Fernandez? I'm just going to try and clear the courtroom. This is Justin Ricky Fernandez, case number 20 CT 1313, driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked.
Judge, he was in critical condition for a very long time. I'm trying to get some records and then to work with him. I do know he's fresh out of the hospital. If he could come upstairs so that I can get his contact information, I'd like the April 26th date.
Does that work for you, Mr. Fernandez? You all right?
It was pretty bad, Judge.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's terrible. I'm glad you're okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to move your case to April 26th at 10. And if you could go upstairs and give your information to the public defender's office on the 5th floor, then hopefully we can get your case moving next month. I'm going to move it to my 10 o'clock docket, which means you won't have to be here. She'll appear on your behalf and let me know the status, whether we're going to have a resolution or whether we'll end up in trial. My trials go at 1:30 in the afternoon, and those right now, if you're represented by counsel, are the only time you'll have to be here, okay? I'm glad you're okay. Thank you. All right, who's next in the courtroom that we can take care of? I have a few more folks. Thank you for waiting patiently. Good morning, ma'am. What's your name? Hernandez Rios. Whitney, 21 CT 283. No valid driver's license. What's the status of your license, ma'am? How long do you think you'll need before you can get your license reinstated? Well, my next court date is April 26th at 10. Is that enough time? All right.
I'm sorry, Judge, who was the defendant?
Her last name is Rios, Whitney Marie Hernandez Rios, 21 CT 283. Based on your representations that you're this close to getting your license back, I'm going to give you a continuance to April 26th at 10. Come back with a license, okay? All right, thank you. All right, who's next?
Rios.
What's your name, sir? Mr. Sanchez. And this is your mom with you? Your grandma, okay. 21 CT 339. Mr. Sanchez, you are here charged with having no valid driver's license. How's your license looking? Are you able to get one? Okay, let's have you show it to the state, please. Thank you. That's right, you have to have your permit first, and then once you have your permit for a certain amount of time, then let you get your driver's license, right? It's a little bit different back in the olden days when I was getting my driver's license. I'm not gonna tell you guys how long ago that was. A long time. Just had to take a driving test. I think you have to have your permit for a year now. Is that right, or is it 6 months? It's a year?
Your Honor, I am showing the valid permit. The state would announce a lacrosse in case 21 CT.
All right, Mr. Sanchez, so your case is dismissed. Make sure that if there's restrictions on your driving privileges right now, that you follow everything that you're supposed to do, because I've learned from individuals like yourself that if you don't, if you get into trouble while you're in that permit process between getting your permit and your driver's license, the DMV won't let you get a driver's license. So, but I'm glad you got the permit. So for today, everything's dismissed. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Come on up, sir. We're almost there, folks. Hi, good morning. What's your name, sir? Your last name's Walter?
Albert.
Oh, Albert, I'm sorry. There you are. And this is 20 CT 2532. All right, Mr. Albert, driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. How's your driver's license looking?
I don't know if you remember me from last time, but I was from Illinois.
Yes.
I sent it, so they have a specific thing on their Cyber Drive Illinois website where you go for, specifically for people moving out of state that have their license revoked. They send in their packet, they send in their drug tests and their screenings and their classes and whatnot. Sent that in probably, like the day after I came first time, a month ago or a month or two so. And then, I wrote my debit card information down there. There's gonna be like a $50 processing fee for doing it. Still nothing taken out of my bank account, and then I've called them probably 20 times, got through once.
I was about to ask you if you got a live individual up in Chicago. It was like in Cook County, right? Macon County, okay. It's still up in a different state.
Yeah. And anyways, like I said, I haven't got the $50 taken out of my bank account for the processing fee. I've contacted them probably 20 times, at least tried to, got through once. They said they received it, just haven't. I don't know what we can do. Because I know I gotta get my license reinstated in Illinois before I get it reinstated, or before I get valid.
This case isn't too old. I'm inclined to either move this to, I think I'll put this to you on my April 26th at 10 a.m. docket like I did with other individuals, and that way you can come back. If you're still having problems up in Illinois, then just let me know and we'll see if we can work through it. But that gives you another month and a week to get it taken care of.
It's been probably a month or two and they haven't answered, so you don't have any other recommendations for what to do?
The only other thing I could say to you is maybe you contact an attorney up in Illinois to say, I need somebody to help me more than this. I mean, I have family up there, so I know I've dealt with the court system up there myself, trying to help them out. And I, as a judge, sometimes can't get through. I get an 800 number too, just like you do. But as long as you're working diligently, sir, I'll work with you. I just, I don't know what other information I could give to you other than to say, if you're having trouble getting through, you might want to say, is there an attorney I could pay a little bit of money to try and process this for me if I were in your shoes? More personal advice, you know, than anything else. I can't give you legal advice, but personally, I think I might reach out to somebody who would say, I can't get through.
What would like you said, if I don't hear you back from them, next time I come, you said you would work with me?
Yeah, you come in and say, remember me, I was having trouble getting through. I'm still having trouble getting through. I hired an attorney. The attorney's having trouble getting through. I need a little bit more time. I don't like to see my cases get to the point where they're 6 months old and you're getting to that point. But as long as you're diligently working to try and fix this, I'll work with you. You just come in and tell me honestly what's going on. And I'm not going to let it go on forever, but I'll give you a little bit more time just to try and get this worked out. I feel like a lot of the offices and a lot of places are closed or they've closed their satellite offices. But I'm hoping that by the time we start to get toward the summer, that things are going to be more open. So maybe by next month, you'll have a little more luck. And if not, come back in and ask me. My next date is in June. I may be inclined to move you there. But let's see if we can get something done. I know you're trying. If you called them 10 times and gotten through once, you're trying. Okay? Thank you. Good morning, sir. What's your name? How do you spell your last name? Oh, there we are. Okay, thank you, sir. And
What's
this is
the,
Mr. Portal, case number 20 CT 1996,
thank you.
1998. Driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. What's happening with your license?
I've tried calling them every day, the judge, the court house, it's out against the COVID hours,
Uh-huh.
to see if they're open, go ahead and pay.
You owe fines in Miami, that's what the problem is?
Yes.
Nothing you can pay online? Because I know here in Naples, you can pay your fines and court costs online through the Call Your Clerk website. Might be able to do that in Miami. Your case is getting a little bit old. How much money do you owe at this point? I mean, is it something you'll be able to do within the next
I
month?
was here, the first time I told that child support that I had. So I want to know if that purge was affecting my license or my tickets.
I have no idea. That might be something to figure out. And if it, you know, I'll give you a little bit more time, but if you come in and you say, I owe five grand in child support and I owe all this other stuff. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think. All right, we definitely need to get that figured out. Mr. Rabb, I think I'm inclined with this case to set this for April 26th at 10, final continuance.
That would be my request, Your Honor, and I'm happy to help the defendant with what's showing the record.
Yes, what's showing up on his driving record, please?
So from 2018 was failure to pay applicated, 2018 failure to pay applicated, 2018 another failure to pay applicated, child support 18, and it looks like there was an FTA for a Miami case back in March of 2000 that also affected this.
So it sounds like you've got 5 things. You've got 3 tickets that are unpaid, a $500 child support purge, which makes sure that's the right amount, and then there's a failure to appear, which is showing up as a reason why you're unable to get a driver's license. All those out of Miami? So you got some stuff to clear up in Miami, and it might even make sense if the courthouse is open down there one day to take part of an afternoon and drive down there and see if you can't work it all out, because it sounds like your time might be better spent driving down there and getting it fixed than me having to bring you back into court every month, okay? All right, sounds good. Thank you, sir. We'll see you April 26th at 10 a.m. Thank you. You too. Good morning, sir. What's your name? I'm good. How are you? All right. Your last name was again? I'm sorry. Oh, that's right, Mr. Osilian. And this is 20 CT 1388. Okay. What's your paperwork?
This is for all, like, through the stuff that I've been going through with my driving record, so.
Oh, let's see what we got here. All right.
The only thing that I have to present is that the full liability of my coverage for my insurance when I got stopped. And I have the proof of date right there, and I was a little confused if that was like another date because I've been going through so much points. If you look through another pamphlet that has the ADI and all this stuff in my record, you'll see that this has been FR. I didn't know whether I just had to pay that $15 because I went to the DMV the other day, like not the DMV, but the tax collector the other day, and they told me they wouldn't accept me because on my ID had a monopoly on it, but they said it was only serving Lee County, so, but I stay in Lee County.
This insurance says Denny Timothy.
Yeah, I know, because when I had got stopped, the car was under my mom's name.
Is that your mom?
Yes, ma'am. It was under my mom's name, and I was driving with my license.
So, yes, sir. I'm trying to figure this out. I got a whole bunch of paperwork in front of me.
So I just have notes in here, Your Honor,
Sure.
If the court can inquire whether or not there were fines pending that were paid off, I think that was one of the outstanding issues at the time.
I did see it right.
I've got information showing that the vehicle was insured, and it looks like it was insured at the time that you were pulled over.
So, Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
this was a diversion or alternatively a full offer. The defendant has appeared each time in an attempt to continue to clear any roadblocks in getting his license.
What it looks like to me.
I would just ask whether or not the defendant's able to get his license, or I guess what the one issue is left, being able to do that.
I am, but honestly, like, I work 6 to 7 days at cooking a file, so it's like the day I have off, I try to handle it the best I can. And ever since last time, remember I told you the ticket was in collection and I paid that off. So then it was just that I had to handle, but I haven't really had time, to nibble and dabble with.
So are you able to get your license?
I am able to get my license. I would assume if I would go to like the tax collector this morning and go through the process, because the full liability is right there.
I'm going to give you your paperwork back. I mean, it looks like you're there. Maybe today's the day to try and get all this worked out.
Yeah.
You sound like you're really close, so I'm going to give you till next month to get it all finalized, because I think you're right there. Let's move you to April 26th at 10, and then hopefully you can come back and show us a valid driver's license once you've gotten all this taken care of. I hope.
But that was the main issue that I was going through, because I didn't know if it was like, I didn't know what date they was looking for. So I was calling different insurance companies. I was calling direct, but it was actually the yesterday one, so I didn't know what information it got.
Right.
So then I went and get an SR22 quote. They told me $768 out of the down deposit, then $748 for 11 months.
Okay.
As an SR22 quote, so that's why I've been looking for the insurance policy and stuff like that to see where I'm going from that step one and see where I'm going.
So you think if I give you another month, you'll be able to work this out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll see you April 26th at 10. This will be a final continuance, so. Thank you. All right. Thank you, sir. Is that everyone that we have that is out in the hallway?
Yeah, good.
All right. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Miss Fish, you over there? I thought I'd seen you before, Miss Fish. Nope.
Good morning.
She's fine?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Miss Fish, you have Fernando Arias, 21CT219.
Yes, Your Honor. We are asking for a continuance. I'm just negotiating with the state. Just had sent a counter offer.
Any objection, Mr. Rad? All right, that'll be continued April 26th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and let's see, Mr. Torres, are you?
Oh, I have one other case.
Oh, you do? I didn't see you on anything else. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's straddling.
Oh, okay, I do see that. It's under Mr. Caro. Stephen Stradling, 20CT1057.
And we are asking for a continuance. He is trying to get his license.
And Your Honor, just based on the age, I would ask that we set it for the June date.
Okay. I'm going to set this for the June date, Ms. Fish. It'll be a final continuance. It's June the 4th at 9 a.m. Because this case at that point will be 1 year old.
That's fine, Your Honor. I do want to make the note, though, that I have been trying to get a civil traffic ticket taken care of here in Collier as well.
Okay.
So I've been trying to get a traffic judge to sign off on that. As soon as that's resolved, then of course we'll be able to resolve it, and we have more than enough time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Bye. All right, Ms. Armpriester, let's call your cases, please. Let's see. The first one that actually, let me just get into this. Wait a minute. Oh, Mr. Torres, let's take care of your cases. I'm sorry. You had two on my 9 o'clock. Barbara Bean, 20CT1981. What are we doing for Miss Bean?
Judge, Miss Bean, I wanted to inquire of Mr. Rad if he was able to make contact with the victim regarding diversion.
Any offer for diversion, Mr. Rad? And this is on Barbara Bean, case number 20CT1981.
I have not been able to contact the victim yet as it relates to diversion. From leaving the scene. Because of that, I can't extend that offer yet, but I am attempting to do that so we can still forego that.
He has not been able to reach the victim yet, so they're not prepared to offer diversion. So what I'll do with this case is I'll put this on April 26th at 9. Hopefully that'll be sufficient time for the state to reach out to the victim and find out whether we are able to actually resolve that case.
Wonderful. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And then Gustavo Pacheco, 20CT2352.
He's currently on the diversion program. I believe all he has left to do is pay or complete the community service hours. He's already been signed in and everything through the probation department.
All right, so this is also a diversion case, is that right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll set this one also for April 26th at 9, but in the event that he's signed up and completing diversion, we won't see this one back. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right. Let's see here. Mr. Ponce, 21 CT 343, Hector.
Yes.
Hi there.
Hi.
Sir, you are charged with driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked. This is 21 CT 343. And first, sir, I'm showing that we have your mail as undeliverable at 00026th Street, Lehigh Acres, Florida. What's your present address, sir?
It's 4212 DeSoto Avenue.
4212 DeSoto Avenue, and is that also in Lehigh Acres?
No, it's 4212 DeSoto Avenue, apartment number 16, Fort Myers, Florida, 33905.
Did you get that, Paula?
Yes, Judge. That's 4212 DeSoto Avenue, apartment 16, Fort Myers, Florida, 33905.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Ponce, you are here today charged with driving while your license is suspended, canceled, or revoked. Are you able to get your license reinstated, sir?
No, but I paid all my tickets that were in collection and everything, but I had a family emergency involving my daughter, so I had to fly out here to Utah, and I'm in Utah right now.
Okay.
So with the reinstatement thing and me having to pay it in person, I wasn't able to do all that, but everything's caught up, and the only thing I need to do is be in person to pay the reinstatement fee.
If I gave you until April the 26th, do you think you'd be able to have that all done, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to set you for April 26th at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck with
Well,
everything.
I got a question. Will it be like through Zoom again, or will I have to go in?
You can still appear by Zoom.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
If you have reinstated your driver's license privileges, however, if you would please send a copy of your driver's license to my office, that way I'll be able to have it for your next court date, which will be on April 26th. You can just get a hold of my judicial assistant, Jennifer, and she can give you information to be able to provide that information to my office, which I can also provide it then to our state attorney, who will have it as well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have
All
a
right.
nice day, ma'am.
You too. Angelina's phone. I don't, that's the only thing I see over Zoom. Ma'am, could you,
Client, it's Angelina Guerrero.
Angelina Guerrero?
20C2402.
Okay, and this is Miss Armpriester's case.
Yes, ma'am. Judge, we want to set this for a plea.
All right, if we're gonna set it for a plea, that could be on April the 12th at 1:30. Is this gonna be a plea in absentia or an in-person plea?
In-person plea. Ms. Guerrero, you'll have to come to the Collier Courthouse at 1:30 on April 12th.
April 12th. April 12th, we'll see you then at 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
then, Angelita. Good job.
All right, we have Daniel Channer.
I don't believe it's mine, Your Honor.
Mr. Channer?
Yes, I'm here.
Let me just find you. And this is case number 20CT2593. All right, Mr. Channer, let's see what we got. Permitting an unauthorized person to drive. It looks like you qualify for diversion.
Yes. During the process, she has set up, but there's some issues been going on during this process. During this process, she has set an appointment for the 15 for a DMV. Over time, as we was waiting for her appointment to start, her wallet was stolen and missing during the time process. We reported to the police, the Broward County Police Department in Sunrise for all this information that has been stolen. Last time we tried to find it, it was missing. So right now she's in the process of trying to get her ID back, her social security, everything at the moment. It's in the file system at this moment right now, Judge.
Is this the person who was driving the vehicle who wasn't supposed to be driving? That's who you're referring to?
Yes, ma'am. That is my fiance.
Oh, okay, I got you. Mr. Rob, what are we doing with this case? All right, so what we're going to do with this case is we're going to continue this. Whoever's over the 724-992-0025, you need to mute your microphone. It's giving me so much feedback that I cannot hear this other person. All right, you know what? I'm going to mute them.
Hello?
Maybe it's you, Mr. Channer. All right, so we're going to continue your case to April 26th at 10 a.m. And that way you can get us your information, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. We'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Who is over the telephone? 1-724-992-0025. Who is that, please? Unmute your microphone.
Me?
I'll take you because I can't get the other person to unmute their microphone. Mr. Casillas, hold on a second.
Yes.
Hold on. Give me a minute.
He's my client, Judge.
All right, this is 20 CT 1505.
Judge, Mr. Casillas needs 2 more months to get his license reinstated. He has been making progress. He did, I believe, have quite a lot to do. And then once things opened up, the finances of it all was a lot. I had a very lengthy conversation with him on Friday. Realistically, he needs about 8 weeks to get that driver's license reinstated. So we're going to ask the court if we could have that continuance.
The best I could give him would be that June 4th date at 10 a.m.
We will take it. Mr. Casillas, you have till June 4th to get your license, and that's it. After that, the judge will set us for a trial.
I'm setting it for trial right now. I'm going to set it at 1:30. If he doesn't have a license, it will be going to trial that day, June 4th at 1:30.
So it's not a status, it's a trial.
It's a trial date.
Okay.
It's too old. But that gives you 2 months, Mr. Casillas, so hopefully it's a win-win.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Armpriester, how about Stephen Lee Adams, 20 CT 1041?
Your Honor, my investigator sent a letter to a treatment center in Kentucky so that I can get confirmation since our last court date. I did speak to his brother. He confirmed he's in treatment. I just haven't received anything back, but I have every reason to believe that Mr. Adams is still in treatment in Kentucky and just doesn't have access to the outside world yet.
So are you asking me to continue it?
Yes, sorry.
Mr. Rob?
Your Honor, it's an old case. I don't want to punish someone for being in a treatment center. If we can make this a final continuance, allow Ms. Armpriester to get the documentation that she needs.
I can't hear him, Judge.
He wants it to be a final continuance, and I agree, except for I'm going to move it to June the 4th and give him an extra month.
Okay.
And we'll set it on the 10 o'clock docket. On June.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, how about Jeffrey Fussnecker, 21 CT 160?
Judge, I've been trying to locate Mr. Fussnecker. I've not had any luck. I don't have any other representations. I'll be seeking a continuance. This is a newer case.
Yeah, it's only 62 days old.
And I believe I was only recently appointed. This is my first time up with him that I recall.
It also shows that his mail is being returned from Cincinnati, Ohio, so we need to find him. I will give you a continuance on this to try and locate this individual. April 26th at 10 a.m. How about Katie Hackworth, 20 CT 2343?
She's in custody, Judge. She's got a pending felony. I tried to visit with her. Long story short, I need a continuance. I know this case has nothing to do with her felony, but when I went to visit with her to go over the plea, because of the COVID outbreak, her dorm was on lockdown, so I just need more time.
Mr. Rapp? April 26th at 10.
This is for Hackworth, correct?
Hackworth, yes, Katie, 20 CT 2343.
Thank you.
All right.
Judge, as soon as I'm able to meet with her, I may be emailing you to set this on a different 2:15 just because the offer, she's already got the time in. I just couldn't meet with her.
Okay, that works. How about Christy Jimenez, 20 CT 1049?
We need to set for an in-person plea. I have a note that she was turned away at the door. I'm not sure if it was for other symptoms. But if we could set it for a plea 2 weeks out.
April 12th at 1:30.
Perfect.
Mizell Leyva Velasquez, 20 CT 2377.
Your Honor, he came to my office today. He's unable to get a driver's license. We need a set for plea.
April 12th at 1:30. Saida Lopez Gomez, 20 CT 2534.
We could set for plea as well, Judge. And Mr. Rabb, I'm not sure if this was one that you sent me an offer on this morning, but could you please resend?
Yes, ma'am.
April 12th at 1:30. Kayla Marlowe, 20 CT 1664.
Judge, she's in custody on new charges. Same situation, wasn't able to visit with her because of a lockdown. If we could have a continuance.
April 26th at 10. Nicholas Mason, 20 CT 2180.
He was in my office today, Judge. He's still in and out of St. Matt's, but now I actually have some strong contact info. If we could have the April 26th date, I think we can work this out.
April 26th at 10. Thank you, Mr. Rabb. And I figured if you had an objection, you'd chime in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Bernie Mendez Perez, 20 CT 1978.
Judge, I have information from his ICE officer that he was deported back to his home country on January 6, 2021.
Your Honor, if Mr. Officer can provide proof of the deportation, the state could just request that this one, the defendant status at the next not jury trial. We just need the
You need proof. April 26th at 10, and you guys, I'm sure you guys will work this out. Kendra Mertel?
Judge, can we set it on a 1:30?
Sure. Then it
Mendez Perez.
Mendez Perez, 20 CT 1976 will be 1:30 on April 26th. Status.
Mandatory appearance.
I guess I'll make it mandatory, even though I know I'm not going to see him. How about April or Kendra Mertel, 20 CT 2619?
We need a continuance, Judge. I'm working with her. She's working on getting her license, on registering the vehicle.
April 26th at 10. Yusimi Rodriguez Barrea, 20 CT 299.
Judge, I'm working on a plea in absentia with him. Full candor to the court. I'm new to plea in absentias. I messed up the paperwork, so we had to kind of start over. If we could have April 26th, please.
April 26th at 10, and then if you get the paperwork done and get it in early, we can set you on a plea date.
Great.
All right, how about Crystal Rodriguez, 20 CT 2061?
One moment, Your Honor.
Which looks like it's your last case.
Yes, Judge. Miss Rodriguez, the state has made a reasonable offer for Miss Rodriguez. We're going to ask for a final continuance. She thinks she might be able to get her license reinstated. Could we please have the June 4th date as a final continuance?
June 4th at 10, final continuance. All right, that's it for you, Ms. Armpriester, I think. See you this afternoon.
Yes, Judge, for this afternoon, the only one that I anticipate that will most likely be going is Ms. Cascanet. I've already spoken with Mr. Rabb about that. Just wanted to let Your Honor know.
Okay, works for me.
Okay, we will see you at 1:30. Judge, would you rather me come? Is there other private counsel that I can come a little after that, before that?
I see only three, Mr. Miller, Miss Hannah, Mr. Hannah, Miss Maurer.
Okay.
And I don't know what the status is of theirs. I wouldn't expect they'll take too long unless any of those are expected to be a trial, Mr. Rabb. So it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like your case is the only one that's going to go.
Good deal. I'll see you then.
All right, see you then. All right, thank you. All right, next we have Ismail Batista, 20 CT 1366. I don't see the defendant here in court. We got a handful of them left. 215. I don't see that this defendant's failed to appear, so I'm going to continue this to August 26th at 10 a.m. Allow him a chance to appear. Yeah, it's this, but this is someone who's appeared. I'm going to just continue this one.
I have a note in here from Ms. Karini from January that this was set initially for, looks like February with no subpoenas. The defendant did show he is a juvenile.
I'm going to give him an opportunity to appear, even though we'll note on the record that he failed to appear today. We'll renotice it for April 26th at 10. Hopefully it was just a mistake. All right, next we have Roger Becerra, 20 CT 2415. I have a note that says diversion status. And this is another individual that appears to have appeared, and it's also a juvenile. I'm also inclined to set this one on April 26th at 10. Maybe we can figure out what's going on with the diversion, if he signed up or what's going on with him.
That's fine. This is also with some kids.
All right, Eric Hunter, 19 CT 863. I remember this one. Address of defendant changed 216.
Is this supposed to be a plea tomorrow? It looks like?
Oh, okay. If this is set on my plea docket tomorrow, we'll just move this over to tomorrow.
You say it's set for plea tomorrow, Judge?
That's what Mr. Rabb has indicated.
That's my note. Is that I'm set for plea at 1:30.
On another case?
On this case, it says
This case doesn't show any.
19 CT 863.
Correct. This is the only date for today, Judge. There's not a future court date in there.
I'm going to continue this to April 26th at 10. If he shows up tomorrow and we just didn't have it noted, then we can hopefully add it and take a plea then, because I don't remember. I do remember that this individual has been showing up, though. All right, Richard LaPesca, 20 CT 570 and 20 MM 450. Let's see what's going on with Mr. LaPesca. Oh, I know, but he's here today, but this isn't, he's in custody. We're going to continue this one as well, April 26th at 10. Because both of them are continued. Mr. LaPesca has two cases, both continue to April 26th at 10. All right, next we have Luis Morales, 20 CT 1477. See what's happened with Mr. Morales. Mr. Morales is another individual who's appeared at every court proceeding and is not here today. So I'm going to continue him to April 26th at 10. All right, Paula, I'll see you. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a guy here, Ben's iPhone. Hi there. What's your name, sir?
How you doing, miss? My name is Ben Tarolia.
Are you supposed to be in front of me this morning, sir? Oh, you're not set until 1:30 today, Mr. Tarolia. Why don't we take care, Paula, can we take care of Mr. Tarolia right now?
If you have a case number.
20 CT 1312. You're set at 1:30, sir. Let's just see what's happening with you. That's okay. It's always good to be the early bird. Maybe you can get the worm. Oh, let's see. There's bond forfeiture. Motion to set aside bond forfeiture. What happened here? I had done a pickup order on 217, but then I set it aside. Why is there a warrant from the sheriff's department?
I don't show it as a warrant.
It was recalled. No, I recalled the warrant.
Okay.
Yeah. So is there something else on this gentleman, on Mr. Tarolia?
It's a motion to set aside the bond forfeiture. So I don't know if because with bench warrants, if it's not recalled the same day and there was a bond, we can't.
I recalled it the same day. I did recall it the same day.
Let me see.
217, and I recalled it the very same day.
Yes, I see that, Judge. Then I don't know why there's a motion filed by the bondsman. It would look like.
All right. Well, let's see what else is going on with Mr. Tarolia. There was a failure to appear for a criminal mischief case. Was that out of Collier County?
Yes, yes, ma'am. With the driver license.
No, that I have your driver's license case. There's apparently another case where you've got some problems.
What case is that, Your Honor?
You got a problem in Escambia County, Mr. Chirolia?
Yes, it was dismissed yesterday.
It was dismissed yesterday. We're still showing an active warrant.
An active warrant?
For failing to appear. So we need to get that fixed.
Okay. Do I call my public defender?
On this case, I bring him into court and he's going to get arrested on a case that's dismissed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of thinking that we don't want to bring him in here with this problem. This isn't a trial posture. What are we doing with this case?
Your Honor, unfortunately, the defendant can't accept the plea over Zoom.
No, he can't.
The state's offer is a withhold time served and cost. If you would like to accept that, you would need to appear.
Sure.
So, is the defendant in Collier County or is he in the Panhandle?
Mr. Chirolia, where are you? Where do you live, sir?
Miami, Florida.
So the offer to resolve your case, if you wanted to resolve it, is a withheld adjudication of guilt, which means you would not be adjudicated guilty. You would have to pay the court costs and the cost of prosecution. The only way we can do that, sir, is to have you appear in person because we can't do it over Zoom. I could give you a plea date if you want to accept that plea.
Yes.
So my next plea date is April the 12th at 1:30, but I would need to have you here in person if you wanted to accept that offer to resolve your case.
In Naples, right?
Yes, in Naples.
Okay, yes.
So you want to come in April the 12th at 1:30? You understand the plea offer?
No, not really. I don't understand the plea offer.
The plea offer is a withhold of adjudication of guilt, which means you would not be adjudicated guilty, but you still would be entering a plea to the charges, and you would have to pay the court costs.
For Escambia County, right?
No, you're in Collier County right now. This is the Collier County driving while license suspended, canceled, or revoked.
Okay, and how much is the court cost? Because I paid both tickets already.
Are you able to get a driver's license?
It's taking me a month to get them because everything is booked.
If I gave you the April 26th date, do you think you could come back here with a driver's license, sir, or show proof that you have a driver's license?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rob, what do you think about setting him
Yes,
for April
ma'am.
26th at 10 if he can get a license? Okay, so I'm going to give you April the 26th
Thank you, Your
at
Honor.
10. This will be your final continuance, but I want you to provide proof that you've gotten your license. You need to get in touch with my judicial assistant, and she can give you the information how you can get that over to us, okay?
Ma'am.
All right, sir, we'll see you in a month. Good luck to you.
Thank you, miss.
All right, that concludes the docket for this morning. I'll see everybody back here at 1:30. Sound good? All right, Paula, we'll see you this afternoon.
It's not me, Judge. It'll be another clerk.
Okay, well.